Okay. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I am the Y2K collector and I am back. I do have a different video for you today. Instead of talking about what I'm picking up, I want to talk about what I'm selling. Yes, selling is always a good way to refine your collection, and that's actually what I'm in the process of doing right now. My game room is all over the place. I've just been doing some construction, some renovations, and so I haven't really found a permanent home for my games yet, so I just have them all stacked up in a room. Don't have a huge collection. Got a little over 1,000 games. Probably closer to, I'm lying, probably closer to around 1,200 games. But a big part of my collection is really like Switch stuff and PlayStation stuff, and that includes PS2, PSP, Vita, PS3, and PS4. So a lot of PlayStation stuff, a little bit of Xbox stuff, a little bit of cartridge-based stuff, like a little SNES, like a handful of SNES games, a handful of Sega Genesis games, some Saturn, some Dreamcast, just a little smorgasbord of everything, what the games that I like. And so got that all together, and I'm just in the process of kind of sorting that all out. Anyway, in the process of refining my collection, I made a huge trade, which I'm going to share with you towards the end of the video. Took over 100 games to my local game store and traded it all in for one game. It is a good one. One that I wouldn't say it's one that's been on my wish list, but it is a game that I really like. And so we'll talk about that towards the end. But I do want to talk about some of the games that I'm selling right now. And without doing any more jabbering or blabbering, I'm going to get into it. I am going to be selling some of my Switch double ups. So I feel like now is a good time to unload some of those. And I was able to get a lot of, like strictly limited and limited run stuff, buy one to play and buy one to kind of store away, right? So the ones that have been stored away are going bye-bye. And one of the first ones up is Darius Cosmic Collection. This is actually a really cool shoot 'em up. Came out by limited run. Had a couple copies of this. I hope it stays in focus here. Hang on. All right, so had a couple copies of this, and I wanted to go ahead and let this copy go. It is sealed, but I'm a huge fan of the Darius collection. I've got Darius on multiple systems. The Darius, shoot 'em ups. I've got them on the Saturn, PlayStation, Switch. So not too sad to let this one go. So Darius is one that I'm selling. Another one that I'm selling. This one's by limited run. Ruby. On the Switch. So this one is kind of like a hack and slash, adventure kind of RPG game. I think this is based on a cartoon or an anime. And so this one came out by limited run. It was really interesting to me. I'm always a big fan of those hack and slash games. So doubled up on this one as well, but I'm ready to let this copy go. So I'm going to be selling Ruby as well, and I think all these games I'm selling are actually sealed. Here we've got one by Super Rare. So super rare game here. This is Brothers by Super Rare. Got this again complete in box. I don't even think I opened a sticker on this one, but this is kind of like an adventure game, 3D kind of open world adventure game on the Switch. So I've still got all the Super Rare paraphernalia in there, and this is one that I'm going to be selling as well. Then I've got a couple of special editions that I'm going to be letting go. First one up here is like a top-down action RPG type game, kind of like a Zelda, has that Zelda feel to it, just with way more action. And that is Battle Axe, but I got Battle Axe the Badge Edition. So this one's got some extra stuff in it. Battle Axe is a very colorful, sprite-based, like I said, kind of like a 2D top-down action-based game. This is a very, very fun one, and I did get the Badge Edition here. It took me forever to get this, like forever. I feel like by the time I got this, everyone else had it, and I did double up. So this is one that I'm going to be letting go. Battle Axe Badge Edition. It's a really cool game. Look at the back there. It's got some cool art on it. And you can always, if you want to look up the gameplay, the reason why I don't show gameplay in my videos, because I always find that it's better to actually just go watch a dedicated video dedicated to the gameplay. This way you can really kind of like soak it all in and get it all in. All right, this last one here is a cool one that I got. This one's from Strictly Limited too, and I still got it in a little bubble wrap, so I'll take it out of the bubble wrap. But this is a very, very cool one. Glad that I got this one. Everybody who watches the channel, I'm a shoot 'em up fan. But this is Star Hunter DX and Space Moth. So these are like two shoot 'em up style games in one on the Switch. This is a special edition, kind of like a big box. Came with a bunch of stuff, a bunch of little trinkets and stuff on the inside, but there go the two games that you get in this little bundle here. And this was released again by Strictly Limited not that long ago. What I've noticed is that the Strictly Limited and the limited run games don't sell out as fast as they used to. They're really not selling out anywhere near as fast as they used to, maybe like a year or two ago. I know the whole market's slowing down and everything like that, but this is a cool one. So I did double up on this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell that copy of Star Hunter DX and Space Moth. So really excited to get those out. I think it's time for me to let go of some of those double ups. And actually Star Hunter DX, that's one of the last ones to actually sell out on the Strictly Limited site. Like I said, only certain games by Strictly Limited and Limited Run are actually selling out on release day. And I think usually you're gonna see that with certain like shoot 'em ups, maybe certain beat 'em ups, action platformers, certain games, but you're not seeing it as much as you did before. All right, so as I said, I've been going through my collection, just trying to refine it, right? I'm trying to get rid of all the filler, all of the games that just are not good, any duplicate copies that I got. I'm just going through and I'm sorting through it all. I've heard the term all killer, no filler, and I guess if that's the term, then that's kind of what I'm going for. I want to make sure that everything in my collection is tip top, top shelf in terms of gameplay, art. I'm huge into the cover art of a game, especially when it comes to like the retro style games like the Genesis, Super Nintendo. Cover art is everything to me. And then also how well the 2D sprites are done, how colorful are the sprites in a game, and that's also something else that attracts me to games. So I do have two Grails. I don't really do a lot of Grail talk here, but I do have two Grails that I was able to pick up from selling a lot of games online, as well as some trades. And I'm going to go into the first one. So the first Grail that we have here is a game that my brother had back in the day on the Sega Genesis. I couldn't remember the name of it, but when I saw some gameplay, I realized what it was, and I knew I had to save and sell for it. And that is this guy right here. So Elemental Master, complete in box. Won this on an eBay auction, so I did have to bid up for this one. Definitely not doing a buy now on a game like this, but I did find one that was in great condition. It's hard to find them complete in box even online, and so saw an auction and snagged this up. And what this is basically a shooter, but it's not like you're walking. It's like you're running, but you have these elemental powers. You got different guns that you can shoot. I mean, they're really not guns, they're like powers that you're shooting from your hands, but you get the idea. It is a shooter, interesting kind of shooter on the Sega Genesis. Very rare, very hard to find, and in some cases, obviously, when it's rare, when it's hard to find, and when it's fun, usually these games are expensive. So had some online sales, took some of those funds and kind of rolled it into this guy right here, and that's what you're gonna see me do. I'm gonna start getting rid of some of my, again, it's kind of the lower end games, the lower tier games, so that I can get some of these games that I really, really want, the games that mean a lot to me. All right, last but not least, so took, like I said, over 100 games to my local game store. Was really interested in just seeing what I would get in terms of store credit. Wanted to see what they had there. And when I brought all the games in, they threw me an offer for the games, and I started to look around. And there's one game that I really wanted to get because I've been playing it on the Super Nintendo, the online service via Switch. And I think that this game is beautiful. The art cover is beautiful. When you play the game, it's beautiful. All the colors, I'm huge into that. And they happen to have this, and so I grabbed it. A complete in-box copy of Demon Crest. Yes, folks, Demon Crest. This is, I've heard a lot of videos say that this is like the best game no one ever played or anything like that, but I think at this time, most people have heard of or know about Demon's Crest. And this is an action platformer. You play as this gargoyle. You can fly in the game, climb. You get different powers for each crest that you get. You can, switch between your powers and do different things. So, in terms, again, color, action, just the sprites, everything is very well done. And again, even this box art's amazing. So definitely glad that I was able to go ahead and snag this through some trades. But that does it. I'm in selling mode and I'm in refining mode. I just want my collection to be even better, and I want to get rid of some of the lower end stuff and kind of get some of those things that feel a little bit far beyond reach. But let me know what you're picking up. Let me know what you're getting out there. I am the Y2K Collector. Thanks for stopping by for this quick one, and you take it easy.